Hey everybody, Scorpion here. I've done these videos before, but I like to do them every now and then just to keep people familiarized with it so they know what they're looking at, doing, working on, whatever. So if you take your towers apart, desktop computers or towers, you know, this is going to be your DVD drive. Now, some places will buy them from you as they are. I normally take them apart. I take them apart probably a lot further than I should, but I'll show you why. I'll show you what the goodies are. I'll show you how to take it apart. Just stick around. Alright, so a lot of times these right here, what they sit on and slide in and out on, kind of like wheels, even though it's just a screw, but the way it's made, it slides in and out of the tower on those. So that's the last one in this one. The others are already taken out. Not all, but most just have 4 screws on the bottom. Some of them will have a 5th screw right here. I normally just stick a fingernail under there, pop it up, toss this piece into shred. Of course, the screws go into shred. Grab this board back here, work it out. Of course, I check for gold on the ends of these. So that one was just completely ripped off the board. No gold. So I'm able to put these wires and this little wire with my regular wire. The yard will take it with the other wire without any problem. Sometimes it's easier to get that board up and just go ahead and break it off. There is silver in that switch if you want to go after it. I normally just toss that board over in a shred. Find the right screwdriver here. So there's a motor. This is your DVD board, or DVD drive board. I do try to take any extra, I call them boogers, off of there. Shred. Just take out any screws you see in whatever order you want to take them out. This is one of those things that, depending upon how it's put together, it might matter, but most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time it's just a bunch of screws. If you can see it, you can take it out. Alright, so this here, this is normally in the way. Same as getting that piece of metal off. Stick that screwdriver in there. Once you get it up that far, it will normally slide right off of there. I believe it was Scrap at JC said that his yard down there was buying these, so I'd have to check price and see, and really see which way, you know, which way you're gonna come out the best. But as you can see, it doesn't take very long to tear these down, and after you've torn a couple of them down, it's not real hard to do. So there's another motor. This is a motor. Normally just grab it like this. Little twist. Grab this, little twist. And that's brass. And then you just have this little eye that's left right here. Most of the time you got to take the screws out to get these rods off. Apparently I won't have to for this side. So I'll toss this into shred. So these have gold in them. So as of right now I'm still holding them to process later. Quite often they've got aluminum breakage or a little aluminum and other things. Process those differently later. So 3 motors, piece of brass, this wire, and the shred. And normally one of these wires is gold coated. Didn't happen on this one, but that's just kind of a quick breakdown of what you can find in them. I have not checked with JC to see exactly how much he's getting paid for the ones that he has. Do you really have to take these side screws out? No, probably not, but it does help, because when you go to pull that big piece of metal off, where the screw's sticking in through it, it tries to catch on the plastic. So I normally just go ahead and pull them off of there, get them out the way. And I basically follow the same steps with all of them. Sometimes I do things a little bit differently. But it all ends up the same at the end. Most of the time I pull this board, throw it in shred. Grab this piece right here and rip it off, which will not always happen. Then grab this, throw that in shred, so that's ready. Then I'll go ahead and grab this. And then all you're left with is this stuff. Of course, this is decent money. You won't get rich, but it's decent. DVD drive board. Pull your wire off, throw that in shred. Pull that motor. That's the order I normally go in. First, I changed it up a little bit, see? And these are gold plated, very lightly gold plated, but they are gold plated. And there's different size screws on these. Most of them are Phillips. Sometimes you'll run into a star bit. I've run into a few that had some weird bit. If everything comes apart easily as it is now, of course using a drill makes it a lot easier and faster. then I do all this. If I hit a point where one of the screws strips or something like that, I just immediately toss the whole thing because it's not worth all that extra time. But all this stuff does add up, so me being me, I like to get it and put it all where it goes, break it all down. And anytime you toss something in the shred, the scrap yard's going to get all that goodness out of it. So, you know, don't sweat it and think, oh no, I'm gonna have, you know, there's gonna be brass mixed in with shred. And no, they're gonna run it through a grinder and get all that brass and probably gold and everything else out that you didn't take the time to do.
You mind if I do this, Steve?
Yeah.
You do mine?
Yeah.
I found this.
So some of these, if you pop one side off, it just comes right out. Some of them you got to take both. So that's pretty much it. I mean, that's what, 2 of them in 10 minutes. And I was taking my time, and I wasn't using a drill either. So not a whole lot of money, but it does add up. I mean, I've now got what, six motors, 2 eyes, a little bit of gold, 2 pieces of brass, and some shred. So running a business, maybe not worth it. If you're at home doing this in your spare time with no overhead, you know, no bills for doing it, just sitting at your house burning time instead of watching TV, or it's too hot to be outside or too cold to be outside or whatever. This is one of those things that is good to sit around and do in your house, kitchen table, on the floor while you're watching TV. But I mean, as you can see, those boards, they do add up over time. And I'm gonna try to get y'all a video here before long showing you updates on some of the prices for all this e-waste stuff according to Board Sort up in Ohio. A lot of it you can mail to them, and some of it you're gonna have to carry or freight ship. And if you got to freight ship it, it's really not worth it. Not unless, I mean, you're filling a whole tractor trailer or something. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see y'all next time.